Alright guys, welcome to Math 0106. This is lesson 12. We're going to be talking about something called PEMDAS. This is going to be an abbreviated lesson. It's not going to be very long, but it's part of the sequence of problems is dealing with PEMDAS, and then later on we'll have a formal section on just PEMDAS. But this is a good introduction. This is something very similar to what you probably will see on the final. So let's have at it. So what is PEMDAS? PEMDAS is an acronym that stands for order of operations, but specifically it stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And the significance of PEMDAS is PEMDAS tells us what we're allowed to do first, second, third, etc., etc. So when we look at this, we know that we're going to do parentheses first and exponents. Now, the nice thing about a multiplication division is we've seen that multiplication division are basically the same operation, right? Division is multiplying by the reciprocal. So that you can interchange them, and the same is actually true with addition and subtraction. I kind of hinted at this earlier when I said, I mentioned that you're adding negative numbers, though the concept of adding negative numbers is not something you're going to see in this course, but you can interchange them. So what you can't interchange is that you have to multiply and divide before you add and subtract. So let's apply this. So if we look at the number 19, you see that first they have 4.1 plus 5 times 3.2. You have to do 5 times 3.2 first. You cannot do 4.1 plus 5. And most students read left to right and then just want to add or multiply as you go across. And that is not accurate. That is not correct. So we have to first do 5 times 3.2. So I'm actually going to put the 3.2 on top. As we discussed in the previous video, though, the number that has the more digits should go on top. So we'll put the 3.2 on top. And we'll multiply, so this will become 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Because I have a decimal place here, I have to move over 1. I have to put 1 over here. So this number is the answer for the first part. This part right here is going to be 16. And then we're just going to add 4.1 to it. Now, when I add 4.1, I need to make sure that with 16, I say 16.0 because 16 needs to line up. So we need to have the 0.1. I mean, really, you don't need to necessarily put the 0.0. You could just add it, but it helps to make it cleaner. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Decimal, decimal, decimal. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And the answer is 20.1. And that's it. So now let's attack number 20. So in 20, we have 82.1 minus 2.1 times the quantity, 5.25 plus 6.2 times 4.7. So there's a lot going on here, but don't get intimidated. You're going to start with the parentheses. So we're going to clean this part up first. And within this, we need to do 6.2 times 4.7, because like we said, we have to multiply before we add and subtract. So we're going to 6.2 times 4.7. 2 times 7 is 14, carry the 1. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. We go down 1, so we're going to put a 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 6 is 24. And we add. So when we add these together, we get 2914. Notice that we have moved the decimal places over 2, so we have 29.14. Now with 29.14, I'm going to add 5.25 to that, and this is going to give me 34.39. So now the inside portion is 34.39. So what we're left with, let's rewrite it, we're left with 82.1 minus 2.1 times the quantity, 34.39. Or really just times 34.39. So from here, we're back to similar situation as in number 19. Remember, you have to multiply before you subtract. So we're going to have to multiply 34.39 times 2.1. So let's do that. 34.39 times 2.1. Actually, let's do 2.1. Okay. So we're going to do 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. And since it's actually 1, we don't need to, we can just recopy the first number. We're going to put a 0. Then with the second one, 2 times 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. And then we're going to add these together. So 9, 11, carry the 1. That's going to be 12. Carry the 1. That's going to be another 12. Carry the 1. That's 7. Now note, we jumped 1, 2, 3. So I have to jump 3 places. And I'm at 70. I'll rewrite it. 72.219. Okay. Now let's not forget, we still have this 82.1 that we're going to subtract the 72.219 from. And so now let's do that. So we have 82.1 minus 72.219. So when I write this out, I need to include zeros to make sure that the value is aligned correctly. And then I'm going to subtract. I can't subtract 0 minus 9, so I'm going to have to borrow. Going to have to borrow. Going to have to borrow. And have to borrow. So we're going to borrow throughout the whole thing. So this is going to become 10. This is 9. This is going to become 10. This is going to become 11. And this is going to become 7. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 10 minus 2 is 8. 11 minus 2 is 9. 7 minus 7 is 0. Again, what I always like to do is I want to add back to see if it makes sense. So 9 plus 1 is 10, carry the 1. 1 and 1 is 2, plus 8 is 10, carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 8 is 11, carry the 1. I'm going to put the 1 with the 9, so that's 10. 10 plus 2 is 12, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. It does match up. That is the correct answer. So that is our final answer. So this is a great problem if you want to check to make sure that you understand everything. See if you can get through this one all by yourself. In any case, just want to stress, let's look at it again. I want to stress PEMDAS. This is order of operations. And in a future video, we will go more into depth. Something like number 19 is very typically done on a major assessment. So make sure you know how to do something like number 19. All right, guys. See you on the next video.